Hey you guys, I hope you are having an awesome day so far. If you're not, I'm sorry, and that sucks, and hopefully my video will make your day just a little tiny bit better, hopefully. I know that's what I do when I'm feeling down. I find my favorite YouTubers to watch to cheer me up and make me feel better. So, anyway, today I am sharing my June favorites. Yes, I know we are halfway through July, okay? It happens. I still wanted to do June favorites, so we're doing it halfway through July. And I already have like a list of stuff for July favorites. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go through makeup favorites really quick. Makeup and skincare actually, because I've had to completely change my skincare routine around and basically strip it down to like nothing because my skin is like freaking out from stress and other things, and piling a bunch of products on top, it was not happy. So pretty much my skincare routine, unless I'm wearing makeup of course, has been these two. The CosRX Low pH Good Morning Gel Cleanser, which I freaking love. Once I got over the tea tree smell, this is amazing. Really, really gentle, like crazy gentle on your skin. And then this is the Klairs Rich Moist Soothing Cream. I love this stuff. This is an amazing, amazing lotion. It's really good. It's very simple, very basic. I need to buy more of it already because my husband's been using it too. Yay for skincare that I can get my husband to use, but it does mean I'm also running out really fast. So I've pretty much been, unless I've had to use a gel cleanser, or not gel cleanser, an oil cleanser, unless I've had to use an oil cleanser to take my makeup off, then I've primarily just been using these two. Occasionally I will throw in an eye cream or a heavier cream if my skin's feeling a little bit dry. But the majority of the time I've been using these two, and it has really, really improved my skin. I'm still having a ton of teensy tiny breakouts along my jawline. I'm not sure what they're from, but the massive breakouts I was having have mostly calmed down, which is excellent. So I love these two. These are wonderful. For my base, this isn't what I'm wearing today, but the majority of the time I have been wearing this. This is the Moonshot Micro Setting Fit Cushion in shade 201. I know Korean cushion foundations can be a little bit difficult because they do only typically have 3 shades. There are different brands that have more diverse product lines, but you have to be pretty freaking pale to wear most green foundations, unfortunately. But just so you know, in the NYX Bear With Me, which is what I'm wearing now, I'm True Beige Buff. And in, do I have another foundation? I don't. Most foundations, I'm still pretty light. Like in MAC, I wear a medium plus, and that's a couple shades, maybe like a shade and a half darker than my skin tone. Just so you know, if you're looking for a cushion, if you're around my skin tone, then typically in a Korean cushion, you'll want the one that's like right in the middle. So this is what it looks like. I've shared this before, but just in case you guys haven't seen it, and I love this foundation. It's very, very, very light coverage. It's very, very dewy, but it's so, so pretty on your skin. Like, it looks like skin. Like, you can use this and then take like a super up close HD photo and it doesn't look like you're wearing makeup, which is amazing. So I love that. And then for eyes, today I'm actually wearing the ColourPop Soul palette. This has been kind of my go-to everyday palette because I've mostly been wearing this one, and then either putting this one or this one on the lid. So that's what I've been wearing, just because it's peachy, it's easy. I tend to wear a lot of peachy tones. Peachy's kind of like my neutral. It used to be gray years ago when I first started doing makeup. I'd always go for gray for neutrals and then wonder why my skin looks so washed out and like I looked like a cast member from Twilight. That's why. I needed something warmer because my skin tone's very cool, so I needed something warmer. The other palette I've been using a lot is the Anastasia Norvina palette because I love pinks and purples. Those are kind of like my go-to shades. Woo! This palette is filthy. The Anastasia palettes get so dirty so fast. But this has some really beautiful neutrals like Base, Incense, and Eccentric. And then I love Soul and Love for more brighty pinky purples. And then you've got all these shimmers, which are gorgeous. Like, I love doing Incense in the crease and then Wild Child on the inner corner and then fading it out to like Rose Gold or Drama on the outside. It's so pretty. So when I've been doing a more dramatic look than just basic everyday, I have been going with this palette lately. I haven't bought any new palettes lately. It's something either I'm not interested in them or I'm like, it's been done before. I already have something like that. Or I'm just like, I don't want to go into a store. You can't really swatch anything right now to see if it's physically different. Who's really buying a lot of makeup right now, to be honest? Most of us are using our old palettes. So a lot of my tutorials, get ready with me's, etc. are all going to be on palettes that are a couple of years old and palettes that if you're heavy into makeup, you might already have in your collection. Anyway, other favorite, I actually just popped this on because I was like, I'm feeling heavier eyeliner today. This is the Stylist All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is probably like my third favorite eyeliner right now. So you know my number one is a Kat Von D tattoo liner, or at least it's been, but the formula in that has been crap lately. So I actually found this. This is the Clinique Pretty Easy eyeliner in black. This is a brush tip and it is beautiful. The formula is very similar to the Kat Von D, except it's actually pigmented. However, I am almost out of this. Like, it's just about empty. And I got a sample of the Steal It, and I remembered I had this, I think, in brown before. This is a felt tip, but this is probably the only felt tip liner I've ever actually liked. Like, this is really good. If you tend to struggle with felt tips and prefer brush tips, and you want to give a felt tip another try this one. It's super fine. You do still have to like more kind of lay it on your eye than drag it, or if you're dragging it, just use the very tip. But this is a really good eyeliner. I like it a lot. It's super, super pigmented. And then lipsticks, obviously not what I'm wearing, but I've worn this a bit more recently. This is from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the Velvet Liquid Lipstick in the shade Bare. Now, the velvets are kind of a weird texture. Like, if you've used some of NYX's products, they're similar to that, but not as like drying. It's really interesting. It's not matte. It's not like smudge proof, but it's smudge like resistant. Like, it's very similar to the Petit Para Airy Ink Velvets. It's very similar to that formula, but it's a super, super light color. And whether this looks good on me really depends on the day and what my eye makeup looks like, because sometimes it can look a little touch concealery on my skin, and then other days it's like, oh, that looks fabulous. So it's really pretty though. I think also it looks better if you're doing heavier makeup. If you're doing a very natural look and then put this on, not so much. But if you're doing more of a full face, then this is gorgeous. And that is it for like makeup, skincare, tech stuff. If you haven't watched my latest Stay With Me, I have a new love. And her name is a brand new iPad. This is like the new one that just came out with the cameras that came out in like March. I didn't know they came out with the new one in March. I was just like, okay, I finally need to upgrade my ancient iPad. So I went, of course, and bought the absolute newest one they have, because that's what I do with Apple stuff. I got the 12.9 inch. I use it primarily for Procreate, for work stuff, and GoodNotes for studying, obviously. Got the Apple Pencil 2, which I think is freaking brilliant, and compared to other styluses, like worth every penny. Like when I first saw it, I was like, no one's gonna use it, when it very first came out, and now that I've used it, I will never ever be without one, because I'm the kind of Apple fangirl who's like, okay, it's a new product. Did we really need that? Is that really necessary? I don't know if I like that. I don't think Steve Jobs okayed this. The thing is, though, is when I finally actually part with the money and get the brand new Apple product, I'm like, how did I ever live without you? And no, I don't have a case for this yet. I need to get a case. I need to figure out whether I want a case that has like a keyboard in it, whether I want a separate keyboard, whether I want a keyboard at all, etc. But yeah, I love this so much. It's amazing. Also, BTS looks really, really pretty on the screen, just saying that. But yeah, so I invested a lot in that, but it's incredible. It's so good. I love it. All right, on to book, show, and music. For music, I haven't been listening to a lot of music in June. Now, as the month switched into July, I started listening to some more new music, but this is June favorites, not July, June. And in June, almost everything I listened to was either like lo-fi hip hop, like study channels, study relaxing music, just stuff to have in the background while I was doing other stuff, or Studio Ghibli piano melodies, because they're so calming, so relaxing, but they're kind of like upbeat and happy, at least most of them are, so it's a nice thing if you want music without lyrics to listen to, because sometimes if you're trying to write something or you're really trying to focus on something, I know that I tend to get very wrapped up in the lyrics of music and distracted, so I can't be listening to anything with lyrics when I'm trying to focus. So things like lo-fi hip hop or Studio Ghibli piano music is perfect for that. For shows, we have been watching 30 but 17 on Hulu. It's a K-drama. I think it's also on Viki as well. It's hard because like K-dramas are just like, one might be on these two like streaming things, another might be on this other streaming thing, but this one's definitely on Hulu, and it's so good. It's actually broken into, instead of the normal 16 episodes, it's 32 episodes, and they broke it into half-hour segments, which is kind of weird. It kind of throws you off because like each half-hour segment is half of one whole show. I don't know why they did that. I have no clue. It drives me crazy, but it's so cute. It's basically about a girl who goes into a coma when she is 17, and by the time she wakes up, she is 30, and that is quite the adjustment. And I'm like, that's how I feel like every single day of my life. Like, how did we get here? Anyway, it's so cute. I absolutely adore the characters in this show. They like, it is rare that I love every single main character in a show. I love every single main character. They are so freaking likable, which is amazing. So anyway, if you're looking for a new K-drama to watch, I highly recommend that one because it's super cute. And I still have the last couple episodes to watch it, so don't spoil anything. I haven't watched them yet, just because I've been too stressed at night to watch shows, and I've just been reading. Speaking of reading, books. I read quite a few books in the past month, and I have several more on my library app that I am using to read with, and that I'm going to read this month as well. But anyway, my favorite book from last month was actually a Sophie Kinsella book. She's probably one of my favorite authors. If you are into reading at all, you probably have read her books. They're just very light. they're typically very light. They don't tend to be very heavy books. They're really light reading. She wrote Confessions of a Shopaholic. If you've ever read that book, that's Sophie Kinsella. She has a whole ton of books and they're so cute. And this one I love. She actually wrote a young adult novel and it's called Finding Audrey. And it's about a girl named Audrey who developed anxiety after bullying at school, and the anxiety and depression and how her family handles it, how she handles it. It's really, really well written, and it beautifully describes some of the things that people with anxiety go through in a very, this is what I'm experiencing, this is from my point of view kind of way. But it's also very cute, and there's mental health in there, but it's also like family stories as well. And she has like a brother who likes to get in trouble, and it's really cute. If you're looking for something that's a little bit on the lighter end to read, I would highly recommend it. Obviously, it does cover things like mental health and bullying and things like that, but at the same time, it's a very gentle, soft, upbeat read, and it has a really cute ending. So if you're looking for something lighter, because I know a lot of us have been diving into heavier material lately with everything that's going on, it's definitely a lighter, brighter read. I would recommend Sophie Kinsella in general for lighter, more beachy, summery type reads if you're looking for something like that. It's kind of like if you pick up one of her books, you know, okay, this is going to have a nice ending and it's going to have a cute story and you're going to feel like you know the characters. Anyway, that is everything for my June favorites, you guys. Please let me know down in the comments below what you have been liking in June. What's like your absolute favorite thing, whether it's makeup, book, a show, a song you think I should listen to. Go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. I love hearing from you guys. If you like this video, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can also keep up with me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I'm pretty much everywhere, and all the links for those are down below. And I'm getting much more active on Instagram. I like actually took photos this morning. That's new. We're working on progressing and being a better human, and you know, actually taking photos of myself once in a while. Anyway, links for all that social media stuff is down below. Thank you guys again for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye.